I don't know the effort made by federal government, but I do know that parties in the election will make efforts to win election. There's nothing wrong in that. But federal government, I'm part of the federal government. I'm sure that if the president wanted to win Osun at all cost, I would be involved, and I would have been there, and the governor would have known that it would have been different. Election is not won one day. Election is not one day. Election is a process. You can't just get up in the morning to go and win an election. President is a politician now. So people should not, when they say effort of federal government, what do you see to show that federal government is seriously interested to win this? If colleagues, governors, as of a party, think that by going there, will have a form of influence. It is to the people. I didn't see anything that anybody would tell the federal government did. Do you know what you are talking about? If federal government carried influence, do you not see 2019 influence in the Rivers State election, where you saw federal might, where the military was fully involved, where women came out naked, carrying their breasts, showing the soldiers, look at our breasts, you won't do anything here today. That's what they say when you see might, military might, federal might. Where you see where military base was turned to collation center. Then when they talk about federal might, come on, when they say people like Atiku, did his party not contest? If you were trying to support Adeleke, why did you feed the candidate? Their candidate have lost. You are now saying, oh, we thank God the Accord Party won. Are you a member of Accord Party? If you are talking about coalition, you would have done the coalition before then. You would have come to say, look, everybody in this party step down. We want Accord to win this election. Then you would have made sense. Then after the election, you say, oh, we won. Look, they won. What did everybody say? He said, President, I thank you for allowing a free and fair election. And for that purpose, I want to reiterate my commitment I made to you. I will still support you for a second term. So they are thinking that, having said, oh, Adeleke, you have won, they are looking for a way to enter. Unfortunately, the government is smarter than them. The government said, don't come here. You are bad luck, people, don't come here. Don't come and tell me now that I have won, I have defeated Tinubu. If Tinubu did not allow free and fair election, would I have won? No. Because they allowed free and fair election.
So, if a free and fair election is to be conducted in Nigeria today, let me tell you what I think would happen. Basically, when you come down to the southwest Yoruba land, especially areas like Osun State, Oyo, Ekiti, and the rest, I think Seyi Makinde would win those areas. Yeah. Apart from Lagos, when you come down to the southwest, areas like Osun State, Ekiti, Oyo, Ogun, Seyi Makinde would win those areas, because when you go down to rural areas like that, you realize that people from those areas, they are very tribalistic, and they are not as informed as Lagosians. So P2B, most definitely, if you conduct a free and fair election today, P2B would win in Lagos still. He would also win in Abuja if you conduct a free and fair election. But areas like Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, and Oyo State, Seyi Makinde would win those areas. Then, of course, in the southeast, P2B would clear those areas. P2B would definitely clear those areas. Then, probably he might win Kano because of the Kwankwaso effect. in Kano State, so he might win Kano. Then some other areas in the north, I can't really say that he might win those areas because of Atiku. He might not be able to win those areas. Then, like I said, Abuja, he would win Abuja. Then, when you go down to the south, he might actually perform well in those areas. But at the same time, we need to consider the fact that Goodluck Jonathan and Donald Duke are from those areas, and they are quite popular in those areas. So we also know that there are people who actually instigated Goodluck Jonathan to come back and contest for the upcoming 2027 elections. That's to tell you that there are people who actually still prefer him and who are still interested in his governance as well. So that's if free and fair election was conducted in Nigeria. So overall, I feel P2B will still come out the winner at the end of the day, because P2B is quite very popular in Nigeria today, and he will still come out as the winner regardless. But we all know that APC are not going to give us a free and fair election. We all know that, judging by how they have run their antecedents over these years and over the past few months since 2026 started, judging by what happened in the Osun State election, we know they are not going to give us a free and fair election. So although they failed to have won that state, but I will still not term it as a loss, because immediately after the election, Governor Adeleke came out and, gave an appreciation to Tinubu, saying that it was, if not for Tinubu, there wouldn't have been free and fair election in Osun State. And we know the election that happened in Osun State was never free and fair. But he had to play that card and said that he would be pledging his support for Tinubu in 2027. So he has re-endorsed Tinubu and he has repledged his support for Tinubu. So now we know that he's going to do all his best to make sure that Tinubu comes out as the winner of that election in 2027. Then also, Wike also came out to make one statement immediately after the Osun State election. He said if Tinubu really wanted to win that, really wanted his APC candidates to win that Osun State election, that he would have sent him, Wike, to go there to oversee that. Then at the same time, I looked at it and I said he has a point, because if you examine these area council election that happened in Abuja earlier this year, if you looked at what happened there, that was a masterclass of rigging. And of course, Wike is the minister of the FCT, so we all know how it's played out. So basically, I think it was like a day before the election. That was when Wike announced a curfew for the election date. So there was curfew throughout the election. You understand? So when you declare curfew on election day, what does it do? It creates a form of voter apathy. People will be afraid to come out to vote because you don't want police to harass you. And we saw video evidences of and cases of people that are being harassed by the police in Abuja. So basically, it was the APC side. It was the APC side that actually won that election, that area council election. It was mainly the APC people that won those elections. So now, because the APC are not going to give us a free and fair election, I believe the mistake that happened in their camp in 2023 will not repeat itself in Lagos. I don't think Sanwo-Olu would allow the mistake of P2B winning the 2023 presidential elections in Lagos. I don't think Sanwo-Olu would allow that to happen or to repeat itself again. Then, of course, guys like Wike, that man is a very bloody person. So Obviously, he's not going to allow P2B to win Abuja. Except we, the people, have to be willing to fight. We have to be willing to do the right thing. We have to be willing to come out, vote, make sure we stay there while they count the votes, and defend our votes. We know APC, they are not going to give us a free and fair election in 2027. So if we have to come out victorious, we have to be ready to go to war with these people. Look at what happened in Osun State. Look at how the people of Osun rallied together. They came out to vote and they stayed to defend their votes. They followed the ballot boxes from the polling units to the collation center. So they were able to do that regardless of everything that the APC threw at them, regardless of the many governors that went there, regardless of how APC withdrew the police from protecting them, and how the APC, mobilized thugs to attack innocent voters. You understand? So in 2027, we have to be ready for war. We have to be ready to come out, not just to vote, and to protect our votes. There was bloodshed in Osun State. So 2027 obviously is going to be very, very bloody. It's going to be very, very bloody. So except maybe Wike wants to, or let me say, except Tinubu or the APC want to rig in such a way that it will be bloodless. If Wike could declare curfew in Abuja just for area council election, imagine what will happen in 2027. Imagine what will happen. They might declare state of emergency. After all, Tinubu did it in Rivers State. So I also forgot to mention, if free and fair election was conducted in Rivers State, P2B might actually perform very well there too at the same time. But we know they are not going to give us a free and fair election. So 2027, we have to be ready to fight. If we want to take power away from the APC, we, the Nigerian people, have to be ready to fight.